All right, folks, we are back here on WLTH. We've got about 14 minutes left in the show. As I've said, do not wait to 7:55 to call. Our number is 219-885-1371. That number again, 219-885-1371. And usually I don't like, we'll do this type of topic usually, but I do think there is a certain political implication and a cultural implication. We talk about how society's unraveling. We talk about depression and anxiety and what's wrong with young people a lot in this country and our culture, and just what's wrong with everybody. And and I think everything is sort of in that pot. Everything, our political media, our news media, and everything else. I think music has been an important part of my life. Okay, it's one.
Same here.
It's I went to Emerson School for the Visual and Performing Arts. I studied music for 7 years under Miss Cowan, Miss Boynes. Took music, art, and theory music history, theory and harmony from Mr. Norman. But something that I saw that really caught my eye very recently was this data that's coming out that shows that old music, old songs that are often decades in the past now represent 70% of the U.S. music market. Have you seen that, Ralph?
I saw the article, thanks to you. I have heard the stories about, all these portfolios being sold for tons of money.
Yes.
It's an investment.
Yes.
Billy Joel's music, Beatles music, Michael Jackson's music.
Yes, the 200 most popular new tracks now regularly account for less than 5% of total streams. The mix of songs that is actually purchased by consumers is even more tilted towards older music. The current list of most downloaded tracks on iTunes is filled with names of bands from the 20th century, like Creedence Clearwater Revival and The Police. I love The Police. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I do. I love The Police.
You don't hate The Police?
I don't hate the band The Police. I don't hate The Police either. I love working class people. Cops are working class people.
Sure.
And I love the band The Police.
Don't stand so close.
Yes, don't stand so close to me. And when the world is running down, back before we had these copyright restrictions on it, I would have played probably a Police song on here.
Yeah.
But yes, but a lot of the evidence is showing how irrelevant modern popular music is. Like the Grammy Awards were just postponed. And the cultural response was nobody cared. Nobody even cared. And in the article, it talks about how angry fans would be if the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals were canceled.
Well, of course.
Yeah, but when I was growing up, in the 80s and 90s and the 2000s, okay, if the Grammys would have been canceled and you couldn't see Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, like on that stage, getting their awards, whatever, performing, it would have been a huge deal. And, we've seen the declining audience for the Grammys. In 2021, viewership collapsed by 53% from the previous year, from 18 million to 8 million.
Well, what do you think's going on? I mean, I've got a theory, but what do you think?
Me personally, I think that we have a media that is so it's so controlled. It is so soulless. The music that is being made, the culture, our political media. We talk about it, like I said, the political media. Everything about the modern presentation of media in this country, in our society, has become so affected by the fact that so few people control what is seen by the public, that I think that the public in general has started to reject all of it. You see it with the popularity of people like Joe Rogan on Spotify. People would rather listen to him talk about the vaccine than watch CNN talk about the vaccine because nobody cares. A decade ago, 40 million people watched the Grammys. Now just 8 or 9 million people do. The leading investment in the music business is old music. People like Bob Dylan, James Brown, Bruce Springsteen.
Don't forget Parliament
Yeah,
Funkadelic.
their music is being snatched up by all these investment firms. All of their music, like you brought up Parliament Funkadelic. George Clinton doesn't even own his music.
No, he doesn't.
No, Bridgeport, I forgot, Bridgeport Publishing, I believe, owns it. The story of how this lawyer scammed George Clinton out of his life's work and all those, and not just George Clinton, all those musicians who played on those records.
Yeah.
It's harrowing. It really is. We don't have enough time to get into it here, but they were all, he was scammed, and basically everybody was scammed out of the Parliament Funkadelic songwriting catalog by this lawyer who is making all the money whenever rappers or singers sample his music, or when his music is made put in movies, TV shows. George Clinton sees virtually nothing from that. Nothing. And none of the members of Parliament Funkadelic see anything from that. It really is a unfortunate case. But the vinyl LP is making a comeback, Rev. The best-selling physical format media is coming back. We're seeing a lot of the old classic records being reissued, and they're selling better than a lot of the newer music is.
Wow. Now, see, I'll never make that call.
Why?
Because vinyl is more fragile.
Yeah.
The sound quality, I mean, I can do without the
yeah. But it's warmer.
I just want to hear pure music.
It's warmer. Like audiophiles love vinyl. Audiophiles, they invest thousands of dollars in record players and records. Audiophiles swear that vinyl is by far the best quality. I don't know. I haven't listened to vinyl record in about 20 or 30 years, but I don't know.
No way.
Not like
digital is 1-to-1.
Yeah.
A perfect reproduction. Audio it's analog. Come on, man.
Hey, they swear by it.
They smoking some of that CBD over there.
Let's see this last call. This is the last caller. Hello, caller.